Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
Thanks for joining in. I'm Austin Okonakman.
Okay, let's get started with the show now. It's 22 days to the commencement of the Rio Olympic Games, and how ready is Team Nigeria?
How ready is Team Nigeria? 22 more days to go. And the House of Representatives have called on the federal government of Nigeria to immediately release funds for the 2016 Rio Olympics campaign, because they've said without good release of funds, Nigeria might just be going to the Olympics to add to the numbers.
Definitely, that's what it seems. But in some other sports, talking about golf, they're not worried about funds. What they're worried about is if this sport can actually continue as Olympic Games. It's making it return after so many years. But top golfers, 1, 2, 3, 4 top players in the world, they've all pulled out, and IOC is concerned to see if this sport will continue in the next Olympic Games.
That's right. Thomas Bach has said, look, what's going on? What's going on? We were thinking that these top golfers will come, give golf some good push. And now they're saying, we might just call another emergency meeting and see if we can take golf out of the Tokyo 2020.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to be, because when you're having the top golfers not representing, top 4, they're not going to be there. But you're having some other big names there. But people are actually looking forward to Jason Day when you don't you're not going to be having him. Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, these are top golfers. They will not be there. And you're taking a look at the fact that how far will it go? And even one of the top golfers, talking about Northern Ireland, he's supposed to be representing Northern Ireland in golf. Talking about Rory McIlroy, at the end of the day, he says he may just watch other sports.
Imagine.
His focus may not just be on golf. He may not even watch it. He's going to watch events that matters. Track and field, for instance. Swimming, for instance. Those are Olympic sports. I think for him, he's thinking maybe golf is not even an Olympic sport.
Wow, because of that 112-year absence, Cecilia, I don't blame them. But Cecilia, how can Rory McIlroy say you will not even be looking forward to golf? That's a big slap. You're not going to participate, and you're not going to root for it. You won't give it any form of support. That's IOC's new worry indeed, because I don't know what they're trying to do to the sport that they love so much. We know they've already assembled for the Open. They love playing their major championships, but with the golf, it is very, very important that they do all they can to support it. I don't really know what they're trying to do. Anyway, we'll get to see a list of some of the golfers that have pulled out. Cecilia, more than 20 golfers have pulled out of the Rio 2016 Olympics. Most of them are citing the fear of Zika, but I don't really think.
How come they're the only ones that are doing that? The other sports are actually in it. So, but they are the ones. If you have other sports not talking about it or even thinking about pulling out, and it's only golfers actually doing this, then it tells you that, look, there's something really wrong. It's not all about Zika, because other athletes could have been. Yesterday I was listening to Alison Phillips, 200 meters and 400 meters specialist for the US. She says, look, they're not worried about it. The country hasn't said they should pull out, so all of them are going. When you're having, different NOC across the world, all of them not worried about it, telling the athletes you can go, you're safe to go. And WHO is saying, look, there's nothing much to worry about. And yesterday, the Minister for Health in Brazil, in Brazil says, look, it's 1 of every 500,000. So it simply means the risk is not as big as you're looking at it.
Cecilia, prevention. I'm not saying that these golfers have 100% excuse for not going to the Olympics, but prevention is very, very vital. Particularly that this Zika virus came out from nowhere, and it has come with so much threat. Yes, for Alison Felix and some other athletes, they want to go to the Olympics, they want to compete, but these golfers, Jordan Spieth, Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, Louis Oosthuizen, Charles Schwarzenegger, Cecilia, who else? Who else is there?
BJ Singh, Sean Laurie, Graham Parkwood, Mark Leishman, and of course Brendan Grace. All of them are not going.
Wow.
Leanne Pace, that's
that's IOC's new worry. I totally agree. They need to sit down and consider the future of golf. But there's some consolation for golf. Bubba Watson is going, Ricky Fowler will be there, Matt Kuchar is also going to the Olympics, Eric Stenson, Danny Willard, Justin Rose, Sergio Garcia, and some other names that we're familiar with is also Danny Lee. Martin Keimer, my very good friend, is also going to the Olympics. But it's not a sweet story when the top 4 golfers in the world are missing out. Then what does that do to the branding of the sports that has been missing from the Olympics for 112
And that's the reason I also saying they want to investigate the withdrawals. If they really don't want it, because now you talk about 112 years, that's since 1904.
Whew.
I mean, it's been a long time, and everyone was thinking, okay, we're actually waiting to say it. But you know, not everyone actually like golf. I mean, some people tell you that it's a boring sport, but look, this is one of the best sports you can think of in the world. The money that comes with it and everything and all that. But when you're having top golfers pulling out, and IOC saying, look, we need to investigate to really find out the reason they're pulling out. You know, it was yesterday we talked about the fact that, look, maybe they can actually take a look at the calendar they have for the golfers. If they're having major tournaments during the Olympics, they can actually reshuffle the calendar to see if they can accommodate all of them. Maybe they are thinking of the tour, the money they are going to make on tour and everything. But I think that may be part of the reason some of them want to
but what about national pride and unity and national pride and glory? These guys are not considering it, Cecilia, because
about that.
Yes, the IOC wouldn't want to go talk to the organizers of maybe the Open or the Augusta Masters and say change your program because of the Olympics. Yeah, but they expect these guys, like for instance, Northern Ireland, they would love to have Rory McIlroy, you know, represent them at the Olympics, but they are not considering all of that. Big worry for the future of golf. They need to look into it, and then we're hoping that something is done immediately, because IOC might just take it out of the 2020 Olympics. Yeah,
especially this comment coming from Rory McIlroy when he says he may not just be watching it, there are other sports that matters, and he doesn't even, it wasn't difficult for him making the decision pulling out of Olympics.
Honestly, I don't think it was as difficult a decision for me as it was for him. I don't feel like I've let the game down at all. I mean, it's not, you know, I didn't get into golf to try and grow the game. I tried to get into golf to win championships and win major championships, and all of a sudden you get to this point and there's a responsibility on you to grow the game. And I get that, but at the same time, you know, that's not the reason that I got into golf. But I'm very happy with the decision that I've made, and I have no regrets about it. And I'll probably watch the Olympics, but I'm not sure golf will be one of the events I'll watch. Probably the events that track and field, swimming, diving, the stuff that matters.
Shocking.
Stuff that matters, yeah. I mean, with this, that's why I was like, okay, now we need to investigate. I think it was actually this comment, actually bloody roof.
I know, Cecilia. It says it didn't come into the sport to grow the sport.
Yes.
It came to win championships.
That's it. And that's very, yes.
And nobody should put the pressure of growing the sport on him.
On him, yes.
Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Wow.
You heard it right.
I know.
I didn't say it.
It's shocking.
So now you know why they said they want to actually investigate. So there's no need. They just make it a professional sport and let them be. So there's no point actually including it in the Olympics, so that the organizers won't have to worry their head over providing the course and everything for them to be able to tee off and play their sports.
No future of
not necessary.
Under serious threat there, particularly after listening to Rory McIlroy. 22 more days to the 2016 Rio Olympics. Even if all the golfers say they are not going, the show must go on, and we're counting down. Not just in Nigeria, because we've been hearing complaints and more complaints. Let's go to Kenya. In Kenya, they're not just complaining about the facilities in camp. Cecilia, they are also telling their government officials, these anti-doping guys are frustrating us. They are unprofessional. Stop them from coming to our camp. We remember we said this.
I mean, it's becoming like, I'm missing tired right now. Becoming more like a broken record, you know, for us talking about doping and Kenyan. So anytime we're talking about doping and all that, Kenyan athletes must come in, Russia must come in and all that. So they're like saying, can the government just do something so that they would not be so bombarded with allegations? More than 40 cases have been reported in the past. And not only that, with the fact that, look, some of these athletes are also saying that, hey, we also need to be paid and everything and all that. Some of them are saying we'll still be owed from past successes, so they called for better pay for medical staff. You know, when the medical staff are well paid also, they may not want to like do some very funny thing and all that with the athletes and all. Remember one investigation going on, you know, with one British, one of their medical team, you know, the doctor that was actually being probed, it was charged to court, you know, and everything and all that. It was actually bailed after paying some amount of money. So they want better treatment, good camp treatment and everything. They should be happy that they're actually in camp, you know.
They should be happy, Cecilia, but yes, you want to be in camp the right way. And so when the government officials went, they were supposed to go, they were going there to say, oh, well done, we're happy you guys are getting ready for the Olympics. And the captain of the team, Wesley Curry, got up and said, look, we're not happy. Things are not going right. Yeah, look at the camp. We're lacking a lot of things that will make us prepare adequately. And how come you guys are not talking to these anti-doping officials that are coming here to worry us? We're not focused, we're bothered. And all of those talks, and I totally agree with him, but the right things must be done. They want the government to do their part, while them, on their own part as athletes, stay clean so that none of this anti-doping violation will come on them. Let's listen to the captain of Kenyan's team to the Olympics. His name is Wesley Curry. He's been talking about their preparations.
Tafadhali, next time, if you want us to say something, and if you want us to perform, and if you want these people to perform, I have been an athlete for many years. I have been interacting with them. Now I've been put in the team. And all the complaints they have been complaining, I am now experiencing. So as a leader, I won't shut up. I'll say it, because we have our voices too. You have become a nation of those who know, become slaves of those who don't know. That's the problem we have. So give us, those who know, a chance to find solutions to our problem.
So, Cecilia, yeah, I like what he said. Yeah. He said he will not shut up.
You have to talk.
Particularly when you're a leader.
Out loud.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing on behalf of his other athletes. And it's very, very important. Same thing I keep saying about our brothers here in Nigeria. We need to talk. We need to say things the way they are, so that people that are in charge, that are supposed to do their job, will listen and act. Yeah,
definitely. And, I love what he said about people, who knows it are the ones leading them, and those who don't even know are just right there. Wow. So why not do it in a situation whereby you've put the right peg in the right hole, not round and square and square and round. You just don't do that, especially when it comes to sport, because if they don't understand the sport, they wouldn't even know how to go about it at all. Especially that reenactment of their non-compliance code that we talked about in May. It was passed into law, but WADA says, look, we're not satisfied with it, so you need to do more about that. So that's the reason they've been subjected to series of, doping tests and all that. So it's annoying, it's appalling.
I know. And remember the IOC also listed them alongside Russia and one other country that Belarus, Mexico, that were coming for you guys, and they just want to stay focused, do those events that they know they're good for, and so that something doesn't go wrong as regards how clean they are. But they want the officials in their country to also do their part. And he made guided comments, Cecilia. He says, I've been an athlete for a long time, and I have experience. I understand what it is to prepare for the Olympics. So you're not going to tell me anything. Put that side by side what Segun Torella says. That's experience speaking right there. Yeah.